mother can provide. It's time to emerge. When In the Womb continues. It's the final act, and the countdown is on. Although it's impossible to tell exactly when the baby will be born. Only 5% of babies are born on their due date. The rest can emerge any time within 2 weeks of their expected arrival. The mother is kept guessing and waiting for signs, the first contraction of the uterus, or the breaking water as the amniotic sac ruptures. Nobody knows exactly what initiates labor, but it's the baby's lungs, together with the placenta, that determine the timing. When the lungs are mature, they secrete a protein into the amniotic fluid, which alters the placenta's production of hormones. It slows the release of progesterone and triggers the release of a new hormone, oxytocin, which initiates the contractions of the uterine wall. Oxytocin also inhibits memory and may play a role in helping women to forget the pain of birth and bond with their new babies. During the first stage of labor, the baby's head is locked in the bottom of the uterus and is bearing down on the cervix, the barrier between the uterus and the vagina. The last thing to pass through the cervix was a tiny sperm 38 weeks ago. Now, the cervix must stretch 10 centimeters wide to allow the baby's head, her largest part, to pass through.
Slow down. Slow your breathing down. The pain's gone. Breathe away.
For the mother, the pain of birth can be eased if she delivers standing up, sitting, or squatting, rather than lying on her back. This can also speed up the first stage of labor and reduce the likelihood of needing medical intervention or a cesarean. Labor is also painful and stressful for the baby. The squashing of the umbilical cord can easily constrict the supply of oxygen. To help the baby cope, her body releases large quantities of adrenaline to keep her heart pumping fast enough. Adrenaline also helps prepare the lungs for the lifetime of work they're about to begin. Once the cervix is fully opened, the second stage of labor, the actual delivery, begins. With each contraction of the uterus, the baby is pushed further through the cervix and vagina until eventually her head is just visible.
Baby's head's just coming here.
The contractions are only minutes apart now, and after each one, the midwife encourages the mother to push down hard and help squeeze the baby out.
Breathe now, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good girl. Here's your baby. Baby's head. Hello. Just checking the cord down. Next contraction, we'll have this baby out, okay? There you are. Hello. our beautiful baby.
As soon as the baby is delivered, her lungs drain of fluid and air rushes in, expanding the air sacs that in an instant begin extracting oxygen to keep the baby alive.
Stand up, my darling. Kim, come and just support Kim. What we're going to do is pop him through here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good. Wonderful.
All her vital life systems are now working independently, and the umbilical cord can be cut.
Here. Just in between there, Dad. It's a bit chompy, so just a bit cut. There we go.
The placenta is now redundant, and in the third stage of labor, it detaches from the uterine wall and follows the baby out through the vagina. After growing painstakingly inside her womb for 9 months, the baby finally comes face to face with her mother. The sweet smile seen inside the womb is gone now, as the baby is thrust into a noisy, bright world and starts to feel uncomfortable sensations like cold and hunger. Her smile won't be seen again until she's at least 4 weeks old. Each year, around the world, about 130 million women go through the complex cycle of pregnancy and birth. Our increasingly sophisticated understanding of the process has drastically reduced the risks for both mother and baby. And now for this little girl. After 9 months in the womb and a healthy delivery, she's on her own. Her parents will feed her and keep her warm, but for the first time, her body must keep itself alive. She's gone from egg to embryo to fetus to trillions of cells of newborn baby. Her birth marks the beginning of her journey in the world. But she has already traveled an incredible path during her 9-month odyssey in the womb. Protected by her mother and following her own unique genetic blueprint, she has grown a face, arms, eyes, and legs. She has a brain and nervous system to control her body, stomach and intestines to digest food, and a heart to pump blood. She has learned to breathe, to hear, to feed, to remember, and to tell her parents when she's hungry, tired, happy, or in pain. All before being born. And now, she is ready to face the world.